Tornado Cash has just been sanctioned. What does this mean for US citizens and also for non-US citizens? As you may know, Tornado Cash is the biggest protocol where you can kind of clean your crypto. It has been used in a lot of hacks, and as I said, has been just put in the list of sanctions entities. So how will this affect in general the whole crypto market, and how can you get affected by it? Before we start the video, I would like to say, as always, if you like the video, a like helps a lot for the YouTube algorithm, and if you want more videos like this, you can always subscribe. If you have any questions, you can reach out in Instagram. We have the link in the description. You can ask us anything, or you can put it in the comments below. And with all that said, let's go! Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna follow this thread by both Iwana, who explained it pretty good. And before everyone asks, what is Tornado Cash? I would show you the website, but it's right now down. You cannot enter, so I cannot show you. But basically, Tornado Cash is a protocol where you can send your crypto and they will lose track of it. Basically, you send from one wallet and you can take it out from other wallet, and nobody will know where that crypto came from. It's already very known because every time there is a big hack, they send the money to Tornado Cash, and from there they clean it to another wallet. As you know, in crypto, when you send something, everybody knows the past history of those coins. So Tornado Cash was used a lot in hacks for good and for bad. We'll explain what they have good, what they have wrong, but first let's explain why they are sanctioned and how these affect. First of all, they were sanctioned by the United States, not anybody else, okay? So they are in the sanction list that they have, and right now they block $437 million of assets, okay? They have it blocked. So how did they got sanctioned in the first place? Well, they got sanctioned by the Office of Foreign Asset Control. Basically, these guys administer and enforce sanctions against high-profile individuals, including major international terrorists, drug trafficking, kingpins, and the financial political elite of certain countries, okay? We are talking basically, I don't know, countries like Cuba, Iran, Iraq, North Korea. They are all banned by the US from doing this type of business, any business, and you cannot do business with them. For example, if you want to do business with Cuba, you need a special permit. Well, it will work the same with Tornado Cash now. You cannot do anything with them, okay? If you do anything with them, you can get serious fines. And how big are these fines? Well, these fines can be all the way from, I think, up to $300,000, which is crazy, all the way to go to jail. It depends on what you do, but it's very big, very serious stuff, okay? It's not just some random sanctions, it's big stuff. As I said, they have already seizure, or you can say that you cannot withdraw 437, freeze, you can freeze $437 million of stablecoins, Ethereum, and ROT BTC. Okay, you can see this is all the addresses from Tornado Cash, and they are freezed. You cannot touch them anymore. Nobody can touch them, and they are freezed for US citizens. Basically, no US citizen can use them. Can you use them as a foreign citizen, someone who's not from the US? Yes, you can use them, but we still have some things to discuss because it also affects you if you are not from the US. As I said, it is illegal for any US person to engage in trade, economic transactions, or other dealings with any person, company, or country on the SDN list. This now includes using Tornado Cash. You cannot use Tornado Cash. It doesn't matter if you are a US person, a citizen, basically, if you have the citizenship, if you're a resident, or if you have a company in the US. You can do not use that, okay? It's that simple. As I said, the fees are high, super high, the fines, sorry. So it's very, very harsh, the stuff that we have done. So what is the bigger problem? The bigger problem is, first of all, the owners of these coins, because as you may know, USDC is issued by Circle. Circle is a company in the US. USDT is issued by Tether. It's not in the US, but they also comply with some US stuff. Right now, they didn't froze the smart contract level. They haven't been froze the USDC. Not all of it. I think they have started to froze some USDC. But as I said, they can froze some USDC. They can ban some addresses, okay? It can be done. Same with Tether. They can ban some addresses. They can blacklist them. But that's not the only problem. The problem is that, for example, ROT BTC is issued by BitGo. BitGo is in the US also. So right now, that ROT BTC, they cannot use it anymore, and they have serious problems because they are related to Tornado Cash, because there's some of them, some of their assets that there are in Tornado Cash. So technically what they are doing is illegal. That's the real problem. So the real problem is that it doesn't affect you only if you use Tornado Cash. It affects you always. Why? If you are a miner or a staker and you are from the US and you confirm a transaction where there is some coins or something coming from Tornado Cash, you are technically doing something illegal and you can be affected by these sanctions. I know it sounds stupid, but it's how it works. they will have to create some kind of protocol so you cannot interact with those addresses, I guess, because right now, as I said, just confirming the transaction, you are engaging in the same, and you are also doing illegal stuff, which doesn't make any sense. They will probably change this law in the future, but that's how it is right now, okay? Not only that, if you have a fund that is investing in Ethereum proof of stake, when you're, as I said, when you're voting, when you're doing this staking, you will be confirming transactions that come from these people, so it can be illegal. We'll have to check how they fix this, as I said, but it will happen. Second thing, central exchanges will already take measures for sure, the ones that have their base in the US, I'm talking FTX US, Binance US, everyone US, but probably they will take these measures also into the exchanges outside of the US. Normal Binance, normal FTX, etc., etc. They will take measures to fix this sanctions stuff. They will take measures to change this regulation, which will probably affect you for sure. But there is a bigger problem. There is a problem that people is not understanding, and that problem is what happens if you are holding USDC that you got through a DEX swap. Basically, you got it in, for example, Uniswap with Ethereum, and that USDC actually comes from someone in Tornado Cash that changed it for Ethereum. Is my USDC blacklisted? The problem here is that they are following the money, like the actual bills, like the coins are illegal. So what happens? Let's say someone from Tornado Cash sends their money to Uniswap and exchange for, let's say they exchange Ethereum for USDT, or they send USDC and change it for something, and then you come later and you buy something and you take that USDC, you take that specific coin. He sent a coin, like when you're buying bread, and then you went second to buy also bread, and the guy gave you the change because you didn't have enough, and he gave you that coin. Now you are doing something illegal and your address will be blacklisted. If your transaction interacts with a blacklisted address, then yes, it is illegal. I know it's crazy, but it's how it works. If you're providing liquidity for a pool, remember, when you provide liquidity for a pool, you're working with a smart contract that is probably related to these coins because some of them touch them, is also illegal. It can be illegal. It's not actually registered. It's not very clear how it works, but it's for sure illegal. This has become such a meme that some guys literally decided to send 0.1 Ethereum to a lot of famous influencers like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Jimmy Fallon, like every one of them. And technically, they are doing something illegal because that money comes from Tornado Cash. So technically, these guys are now doing something illegal. It's stupid. It's very stupid because they are following the money, not following the program. I understand that they can ban Tornado Cash. It's probably not good in general for the ecosystem because it facilitates hacking, it facilitates stealing, etc., etc. But you cannot just ban the money. It makes no sense at all. You can get freeze, okay? But because the point is that USDC Circle can freeze your assets at any point, okay? That's the problem with having a decentralized coin, which is centralized. That's a big problem. And even DAI, which is a decentralized coin, is backed by USDC, which is centralized. So we have a serious problem of centralization in this case. What is the other thing with Tornado Cash? Is Tornado Cash bad? Technically, yes, because a lot of people use it for hacking, but also a lot of people use it for privacy reasons. We have seen Vitalik Buterin coming and saying, hey, I was using Tornado Cash, for example, to send money to Ukraine, to support Ukraine. I don't remember the tweet, sorry, I couldn't find it. But he said something like, yes, I use it to send some donations to the Ukraine war because I'm Russian. I don't want Russian people to see that I'm sending to support Ukraine. Obviously, famous people, if they want to give some money to someone without knowing, that's why Tornado Cash is there. That's the reason you use Tornado Cash. So the fact that you cannot use it anymore and that they just ban it because of privacy, that's not good, okay? They are attacking on your privacy, and that's not okay. That's not okay, because blockchain is super open, and the only privacy stuff that you can do is this type of things to exchange wallets so people don't follow you, so people don't track what is going, etc., etc. It has a bad side and it has a good side. So both cases, they banned it, and I just want you to be aware. If you are not from the US, it shouldn't affect you, the sanctions, but they can block your address, even if you are not from the US, because that can happen. They can block your USDC from Circle without you being from the US, okay? That's the main thing. Second thing, if you're not from the US, still, when you go to the US, maybe they know who you are, they know your address, they can like kind of charge you after, which makes also no sense at all. But that can happen to you, okay? If you are there in a business trip, if you are there with a different residency in the future, you can be affected by this, okay? This can affect you. And in general, to the crypto market. Right now, the crypto market is up because there has been the results of inflation. Inflation was down, so crypto markets are up. But yesterday, they went pretty down, okay? If we go to the graph yesterday, look, we just gained everything that we lost yesterday, but we lost all of this because of Tornado Cash. The news were not good, and you never want this type of regulations hitting all of the market. You want them to hit just a specific place. So this is what we have with Tornado Cash. I want to know, what do you think about it? Do you think it's good that they ban it? Do you think it's bad that they ban it? In general, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. As I always said, it helps a lot with the algorithm. If you want more videos like this, you can always subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!